Good morning, Fox Pack. Welcome back to the Fox Den and welcome to another acid tree. Today we are going to be upgrading the intercooler on the ESS G2 Mustang. The car currently has the G2 intercooler and it's just not cutting it. The intake temps are getting up to 140, 150 degrees in 85 degree weather, which is just not good. So today we have the G4 intercooler in satin and it is huge. So this is the same dimensions as the G3, I believe, but look how thick this thing is. It's at least 3 inches thick, maybe even 3.5 inches thick. It's a beast. I'm also gonna be installing mesh grills so you can see the intercooler. So we gotta get this thing up on the lift. We're gonna take the bumper off and go from there. And setting it up on the lift is like half the amount of work, half the work of this project, but it is what it is. I do like that lift a lot. The thing is, once it's working, and once it's under the car, it's really worth it. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll get back with you guys. All right, so that took a while. I was having trouble getting these jacks under here. These things are great, but they're super heavy and they take forever to set up. That's the only thing I don't like about them. But once you have them under the car, you're like, man, I'm glad I did this. Now the cicadas are just everywhere. So we gotta take the bumper off. Again, we gotta take this shield off, all these clips. 2 nuts down in there that have to come off. Same on the passenger side. There's some clips in the wheel wells. Some clips down here. There's these screws. So I want to show you guys something. If you're planning on taking the bumper off your S550, is these 5.5 millimeters. You need a 5.5 mil socket to get these 2 screws off. So if you're planning on taking your bumper off, make sure you get a 5.5 millimeter socket, because otherwise you're not getting them off. So these cicadas are absolutely everywhere. I've had like 10 of them land on me. Forgot to mention, tape up the quarter panel. Otherwise you're gonna scratch it. I did this on the G37. So here's the G2 intercooler, and you can just see how small it is. So we have to take this crash bar off. I hate doing that because the screws are always very hard to get off. And undo it, we gotta unplug the blow-off valve. Now you can get a really good look at this intercooler, how small it is. So we're gonna undo these clamps, unplug the vacuum line, and try to get it off. Okay, so I got these loose. I'm sure they're gonna be fun to remove. And disconnected the blow-off valve. Don't lose the gasket, don't tear the gasket. Pull these off and pull the intercooler out. Now that I got the intercooler off, you can really see the difference between the two. Look at that, that's insane. And then of course the thickness. So this is really gonna help with temperatures, I hope, or I know it will. So I'm gonna switch these new brackets that came with onto it, put them on there, and then we're gonna mount it. So we got the G4 intercooler mocked up and it looks awesome. It's a lot bigger. Tighten everything up, do everything in reverse. Take it for a drive. All right, intercooler's mounted. It's ready to have the bumper be put back on, but I'm going to swap these grills real quick. So we have to go around. Same thing applies for both grills, and just undo all of these clips. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, so top grill's off. It was kind of difficult, but once you kind of get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. And basically the same thing for the bottom grill. All right, so bumpers are removed. We're gonna put the emblem on the top grill and then just snap them in. I'm pretty happy with that. I think we'll leave it like that and screw it on and put it on the bumper. Just to show you guys how this is held on, you put your plate here, nuts, there's 2 on each stud, and then we're gonna Loctite it. And just a little side note, I ended up cutting the studs on the badge because I can already see them hitting the charge pipe or the intercooler, so I went ahead and did that. So now we're gonna do everything I did in reverse, put the bumper back on. We're probably gonna have to spray paint some of this stuff in here black because it's gonna show with those grills being open. But dude, very good. I can't wait to see with the intercooler. So let's get this thing back on. All right, guys, the car is back together. And dude, it looks so good. I don't know how much you can see the intercooler because it's really bright out here. But you can see it very well, and it looks super aggressive now. Let's get it off the lift, take for a drive, see how these intake temps are. All right, guys, first drive with the G4 intercooler. We're gonna do a pool here and see how much the temperatures rise. Whoa! She gets down, holy shit. And the temperatures only rose about 15 degrees, if that. Actually, it might only been about 10. On a normal pool, that would have gone up like 40 at least. And it's pretty hot today. It's like almost 90. Yeah, those temperatures do not rise a whole lot now. I don't know if you can see them, but it's only about 100 degrees. So yeah, this intercooler works great, and the car definitely feels better. I mean, going from the G2 intercooler to this, I mean, of course, it's gonna be a lot better. So I almost went with the G3. I'm glad I went with the G4. And I know I only did like 2 pools there, but the thing is, I would do those same pools with the G2 intercooler, and it would get up like 140, 150 degrees, no problem. So now, like I said previously, the grills, I didn't do just for the looks. I did them for airflow too. The bottom grill especially is a lot wider, and now the intercooler goes all the way to that bottom grill, so you kind of have to have it for the best airflow. But that's gonna wrap up today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I waited till later in the evening when it got quieter out here. These cicadas are everywhere, and you can actually hear me now. I am super happy with how this turned out. Obviously, look at it. It looks amazing with these grills and the coyote emblem. I mean, it's super clean. The camera's not really doing it justice, but in person you can really see that intercooler. It just looks amazing. I'm very happy with it. It's a very clean look. I wasn't so sure about these grills, to be honest, and with the intercooler, it looks perfect. Like, it's perfectly clean. It's just meant to be. I'm very happy with that. And you can just see how big the intercooler is. It's just an awesome, clean, aggressive look. And I love that. It's just amazing. And the intake temperatures, way better, way better. I did a couple more pools off camera. They climb, they're gonna climb. They'll always climb, but they climb slowly. Whereas the G2, they would climb like almost instantly, and it was really bad. And once you come off throttle, it cools down really quickly, which the G2 intercooler did not do, and it was just no good. And I didn't think, this just being a basic G2 blower setup, it would need the bigger intercooler, but holy God, yeah, it did. If you're thinking about doing this, even just the G2 kit, get the G4 intercooler. If maybe you don't want to shell out all that money for the G4, you can get the G3 too. The G3 is the same size, it's just not as thick. But I decided to just pay the extra, you know, 500 bucks. Just I want it as cool as possible. So I'm very happy with it. It looks amazing, and it performs way better. For sure, the car is just happier. You can tell. 110 degrees I saw was the maximum, whereas before in the same weather it was like 140, 150. It was really bad. Don't forget to subscribe, join the Fox Pack today, hit the bell notifications to be notified when we do something stupid. Remember, life's just short, stay stock, and it's only legal if you get caught. Stay Fox.